Welcome to the Johan Julian Lee Show, where we meet people to talk about their experience, lifestyle, and also stories. Tune in as we continue to find people to tell you all about their struggles, their resilience, and the life lessons that you can learn from watching this show.
Hi everyone, this is the Johan Julian Lee Show, and I'm here to actually interview our guest, which is Mr. Ben Uzair here. Mr. Ben is many things: an entrepreneur, coach, MC, radio announcer, much more than that. And I guess that he would be the best person to actually describe to you what he does. So maybe Ben, you can tell us, what do you do?
Well, first, thank you so much for inviting me to your show. I don't know if this is the first episode or what, but they say we have to always invite the botak guy first for good luck, they say. Exactly. So yeah, here's to many more, yeah. What do I do, Johan? Oh my gosh, that's always a question that everybody would ask me. To just put it in one phrase, I'm an active participant of the gig economy. So gig economy means every job that you receive is based on appointment or based on assignment. So I'm an MC. Even the radio announcing job that I am right now, a lot of people think I do it full time. No, I don't. I get paid by how many times I go on air. So if I do 5 shows a month, I only get paid for that. If I do 50 shows a month, I get paid for that. I enjoy what I do. That's the most important thing. A lot of people think that stability should be something that you should have. I beg to differ. Look at the pandemic. Everyone who is stable became unstable. So I don't want to piss anyone off, but this is a very good time for us to really think about adapting ourselves to whatever situation that we are at. I'm lucky that I was able to start being active in the gig economy 3 years ago, because before, I was part of a family business. As you know, we worked together in the fitness industry, and we shared many ideas together, you and I, Julian, and you know how tough the industry is. And I realized that once the industry started to morph into something else, and when we see that our clients start to specialize in either going to the gym or hiking or marathon or CrossFit or MMA in your case, then you will start to see that dwindling effect. People don't go to you anymore, they go to other people. And I said, I don't think I want to see people go in and out of the gym industry all the time, in my case. And that's when I decided that I need to be an active participant of the gig economy. And what else can I do well? The things that I do right now: MCing, radio. I do coaching classes when it comes to soft skills and etiquette. I'm fortunate to meet various companies and also government agencies to do these classes. So yeah, to answer your question, I'm an active participant of the gig economy. Even though I do so many things, I think mau dua muka surat juga tulis apa yang saya buat. So yeah, but to cut it all short, I'm an active participant in the gig economy, and I'm proud of it.
That's a wonderful answer. But okay, here's a very interesting thing, because the gig economy is something that our parents don't live. The concept is totally alien to them.
Oh yes.
So I'm really curious, because like you said, you were from a family business, that you jump into a gig economy. How was the feeling of the family towards that idea that you're going to stop doing this 8 to 5 and you're going to jump into something that's like project based?
You know, Julian, I'll tell you the story that occurred to me 2 years ago. I went to my dad's place for Hari Raya. I come from a divorced family. My mom and dad, they divorced and they have their own families right now. They're happy, and I think I am, again, trying to adapt to that situation. I'm okay with it. They're cool. It's fine to see them happy. So dad asked me a very blunt question. He said, are you okay being an MC? Are you okay not being active anymore in the family business? Do you think that you want to look for something stable, that sort of thing? Stable with a capital S. So I'm like, I'm okay. At the end of the day, kalau kita rajin, kita boleh cari peluang. Rezeki will come to you if you work hard, if you know how to put personal branding, and if you know people and you network well. I think people will see the quality much more than you trying to scream and say, I need a job. So the word stable is never in my vocabulary, but you need to be stable even if you are in an unstable or unstable situation. Yes, the elder generation, you have to understand them. We hear all the time, they talk about 40 years in a company, 50 years in corporate, they never change. They're always like that. I don't think I fit that description. 5 years ago, I was in the fitness industry. Now I'm in radio. Maybe in the next 5, I don't know in what industry I'll be in. And I'm okay with that because, and even before coming home to Malaysia in 2011, I was in the hotel industry. And that's my forte. And I love being in hospitality. I love serving guests and all of that. So yeah, I think you have to be adaptable, you have to be agile, and you have to know what's ahead. It's always a question that I have to think and I have to put it at the back of my mind. But once you're comfortable, I think you're okay. Yes, parents, they will always freak out, but as long as you show, in Malay we say kesungguhan, and you show to them that you work hard, you show to them that you are wanting to succeed, you show to them that the efforts that you do are not half-baked, I think that's the only way to make them feel like, okay, my child is okay. So yeah,
I think your parents should be very proud of what you did. I mean,
I hope so.
I'm sure every parent is scared when they hear. I mean, dad sounds like, yes, stable. I'm sure mom is supportive. Right?
Yes, I'm a mama's boy. so I try to keep in touch with my mom as much as I can.
You've just proven that, despite not being an 8 to 5 job, you've managed to turn this gig economy into something that I must say has also been a very good personal branding sort of journey.
Yeah.
I mean, you get your name out in just that 3-4 years, because you stopped doing the family business thing. Like what year was it?
2017, 2018. 2017, I felt like I don't want to be part of the fitness industry anymore, and I knew that if I don't do something about it, that I will just tenggelam. Tenggelam as in the business per se. I may have to look for another job, and that actually indeed happened, that I need to go and find another job because of business situations, that sort of thing. But I was lucky that I got an early start. So yeah, it's just a matter of looking ahead. If you are proactive, then you'll be able to tread the waters much more calmly than you being reactive. Then you'll be scrambling and like, oh my gosh, what is there? What should I think? What I should do? By then it'll be too late. I hope I answered your question.
Oh yes. Take us back. Like, what was Ben Uzair like when he was 5 years old, and then maybe to his teenage years? Maybe friends, college, things like that. Tell us about
Ben Uzair when he was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old was a timid, shy boy who cries a lot.
Really?
Yes. I'm a scared person. Really, I was. I was probably the most timid with a capital T. I get scared to get into the classroom because I don't like sitting with a lot of people. I guess I'm always an introvert. I know it's hard to believe, but with the job that I'm doing right now, you have to show that you're not an introvert. Otherwise, you'll not succeed. I get scared by my teachers. I try to do my homework. I think I try too hard. And when you try too hard, you don't become smart. I'm never the smartest student in the room. I remember in math, I hate mathematics. Even though my dad would always push me and say, no, you don't take out a calculator, you must think of the figures in your head. I do that until this very day. Even if, 7 times 5, I sometimes have to compute in my mind, but it's 35. I'm sure, yeah? 35, yeah. Okay, but that training also, I was the last person to put my name in Yang Berjaya Hafaz Sifir in my classroom. I would always get C's or D's for mathematics. I will always get an A for English and BM, but the rest, science, geography, and all of that, you will never see me get an A or B. I'm always your average student.
Hey, but it sounds like you're a language person.
I think I have that. I love language, not as an orator, but I'm always impressed by people who have something to say on TV. I think I'm one of those people who really paid attention to people giving speeches, I think it's because my dad was a politician before, when he was not really running for office, but when he was in charge of a political party here in Sabah, he was one of the heads for that constituency. I think as a child, there's no one at home to take care of us, so I had to follow mom and dad. So it's always about sitting in a corner, being a good boy and listening to what they have to say. So you tend to pick up words in Malay words in English, even though we don't really campaign much in English anymore. So I think it's more of paying attention to what people say. And then as you get older, I did better in college because I'm a good listener. After SPM, I did well for SPM, thank goodness. I think that's because of the hundreds and thousands of ringgit being wasted on tuition. Thank you, mom, dad. You have no idea. So yeah, I think that was a saving grace. My childhood has been tough. Because my dad and mom used to open a restaurant in Sadong Jaya. Even before that, we would operate a canteen in places like SMK Inanam, SMK Magatal, and also UITM. So that's where I love food. That's where I learned how to eat properly, even though I don't look like I ate 3,000 calories a day. But that was where I started my journey when it comes to the love of food. If you follow my Instagram, there's plenty of reviews of foods and things like that. Yeah, it's more of a part-time thing, and now it's getting more serious because people want me to review their food honestly, but that's for another story. But that's how I was before. I grew up crisscrossing between Putatan and Magatal, and also Tuaran, and just listening to people talk. That has always been something that I enjoy for some reason. As you get older, in order for you to learn language, there has to be the input and the output, so you have to practice public speaking too. I'm never a fan of public speaking. Saya takut kalau ada microphone yang macam you have to say something. So yeah, I get scared by that. But yeah, that's my childhood. I'm always diligent. Listen to mom, listen to dad. You don't want to get spanked, so you try to avoid that as much as I can. I brought that as an elder person. If I work, especially in the United States, where I spent 11 years of my life, it's always about following what the leaders would say, in hopes that the leaders are not blind. And I'm lucky that I had leaders who really are visionary people, and that has helped me tremendously in the hospitality industry. And I follow them diligently, and they have brought me to places. So yeah, listening has its skills, and it will take you to places if you do it well.
You can also follow Ben Uzair at Make It Happen with Ben at KK12FM. Links and description below. In the next episode, we will find out how Ben, from an introvert, turned into a public speaker.
I'm forced to do it. I'm forced to do it in the name of cari makan,
Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of our latest episode. See you in the next one.